Alright, so here we are in Celadon City. I guess starting off, I will mention that Celadon is Shinjuku, or equivalent to Shinjuku, so I guess in a few thousand years this place will be buried underground, and just crystallized completely.
Oh, what are you referencing? I feel like I know what you're referencing.
Etrian Odyssey.
Okay. I didn't know what you were referencing. I guess it was a Shin Megami Tensei game that has Shinjuku in it, because I recognize that city name, but I cannot remember from what.
Oh yeah, Shinjuku's relatively prominent. Was that the one they used for Persona 5, or was it some... No, I think it was something different. Forget where they used, for Persona 5.
SMT usually uses Tokyo. But
Yeah.
I'm sure that Shinjuku showed up at some point.
You can talk to this man as many times as you want. That tea will have never cooled, which is weird. Tea usually cools, fairly fast, like most things that are hot.
Get a load of this city, doesn't know how to drink tea.
Also, apparently, just does not have thermodynamics applied to the things he drinks. Alright, so this building's fairly large. This is just the first floor, and also there's something on that side that we can't reach. Huh, how strange. Well, keep that one in mind for later, because for now we're just going up. So, what's the second floor? Oh, Game Freak meeting room. Okay. This is where they meet to decide what we do, I guess.
This is where they program me.
I guess God just inhabits this building.
Is it gonna be like Final Fantasy Legend where he's the final boss?
So here's the development room. This is always like the weirdest part of the Pokemon games when this comes up. Oh, Please do not send me into an existential crisis.
I drew you. Not you the sprite, you the player. That's right, Fefner.
Also, that man will give you a thing if you come to him with a complete Pokedex, so, well, we're never talking to him again.
I do have to appreciate how most game companies hide their developers' room or use it as, like, I forget the term, but it's like a failsafe room, basically, where if a game doesn't load a room, it'll just load that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Game Freak's just like, hey, we're here.
It's easy to run across it. In fact, it's on the other side of a thing you're going to want to find, because if you go around to the back, you see over there that there's a, relatively obvious door. Forget if that was, like, less obvious in Gen 1. But you're definitely going to want to come up here, because this has, the I Know Everything room. Okay. Please stop talking about this stuff.
This is what happens when you live in the same building as Game Freak.
Alright, so on this chalkboard over here, we've got a whole lot of things that we don't really need to know about because it's all about the wireless adapter, but we'll read it anyway.
Alright, now tell us how to unionize. Oh, not that kind of union, never mind.
Well, how's this useful? So, what we really want is right here. We get Eevee, one of my other favorite Pokemon. So, this Eevee's name is going to be Eevee Mame.
There we go. I was worried. They just give up?
No, I'm in it for the long game. So yeah, Eevee of course will be a permanent member of the team because why wouldn't I have an Eevee of any sort? Eevee is good. I love all Eevees, even Flareon, even though Flareon isn't admittedly that good to actually play, or at least early on. Still like them all. They're all good. So, let's see. Eevee Mame has got a gentle nature. How nice.
Its mouth is a plus.
Gentle nature is increased special defense, decreased defense, which isn't half bad for what we're going to be doing with this Eevee.
I can't remember if we mentioned this before, but Eevee and its evolutions are the only Pokemon to keep learning moves after evolving with a stone, at least in the first gen.
Yeah.
So you want to use a stone as quickly as possible on Eevee.
Oh, for certain. Yeah, I think a few others do in this game, but yeah, Eevee is a very notable example of Pokemon that definitely absolutely do learn new moves, which is important because Eevee can be a lot of different types.
Yeah, and I think that's why they did that.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the move list, what it is that they're mostly the same, but there are like moves that'll be swapped out. So like they all learn Water Gun, Thunder Shock, and Ember at the same level or whatever.
Yeah. Alright, so we got a whole lot of really useful TMs here that you can buy. They're a little bit pricey, but they've got their uses for certain. I don't think I buy any at the moment. No. And this guy has, just items. This guy's just your usual vendor. Nothing too interesting here.
I feel like I never bought TMs until they were multi-use.
I definitely do buy some, because there are some useful ones, but yeah. It is a lot better when they're multi-use.
Because then it's like, even if I don't plan to use it, I'm going to get it anyways, because it's just a thing that's unlocked in the game for me now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why wouldn't you buy them at that point? Oh, okay, this guy's just gonna teach you the move counter, which I'm not gonna take. I love Haunter. Wait, this is the first time I'm ever seeing this somehow.
He's a kid. Kids are like that. Also, are those still like NES's? They didn't get updated to GameCubes.
They're definitely cartridges in there.
Red and green, both are Pokemon.
So here's the floor that introduces Pokédolls. You can distract wild Pokemon with Pokédolls if you want, but also it's adorable. Look at that thing. It's cute. More importantly on this floor, though, this man also sells evolutionary stones. So I'm going to need one of these. And I absolutely need one of these. And the rest I don't particularly need. So, like Lucas said, you want to evolve your Eevee as soon as possible. Really no reason not to, so we're going to. Eevee Mame is adorable, but we're not going to spend any time with him like this. We are evolving him into a Jolteon. Jolteon's very pointy. So yeah, now we have a good electric type. It's been a while since Heiyu struck off on her own, but yet again we have the ability to zap things. I really missed it. Electric is a very good typing that I honestly don't like being without, and it's weird that I lasted this long without one. So if you didn't get what the NPCs on this floor are going for, We've got these, which, we know about the X items, and you already know I don't really use these, so we're not going to buy any. But of course, more importantly is the fairly bit more expensive stat booster items. So yeah, you can buy a few of them here if you want, instead of just finding them out in the field. Gonna buy calcium.
And then let's go. Literally every wild Pokemon has at least one of these.
Man, Celadon department store really isn't going to be doing very well sales-wise.
Why do you only use items on Drowsy?
I sometimes use items on other Pokemon, but, I really need more special attack on Mira there. Alright, well, I guess we can buy freshwater, soda pop, or lemonade. You're going to want to buy at least one of each of these. I'm only going to get, one for myself and one for this girl, because you can only get one at a time from the vending machine. So, yeah, buying stock is kind of annoying at the moment. However, you are going to want to give this girl some drinks because she'll give you TMs. So TM16 is Light Screen. It increases your defense to special type moves. Soda gets you TM20. Safeguard, which prevents status effects, which is neat, but I rarely use it. Which is weird, because it's honestly really helpful. And Reflect, which is, it's a defensive barrier instead of a special attack barrier. Now, in Gen 1, you actually needed to buy at least one of those drinks because this was actually the solution to the guard puzzle. It isn't anymore. Now, they're just healing items that are probably, admittedly a little more pleasant than potions. I don't know what a potion tastes like, but it can't taste better than water or lemonade.
Do Pokemon drink potions? I thought they were spray-on.
Maybe?
They come in like spray bottles, don't they?
Yeah, I've never really looked at a potion that close, but I think so?
Just alright, open your mouth.
The potion, for some reason, is always applied to the back of the throat. All Pokemon injuries are just strep throat for some reason. Nobody knows how that works. Especially on the Pokemon that don't have throats. It's really weird. Oh, good for you. Oh, so you're giving up gambling and giving a coin case to a child so the child can pick up gambling. Okay, well you're a great dude. Yeah, he sure did. He's terrible and I hate him.
Lost it all at the drugstore. Or lost it all at the slots. To me. I took his money. That's how I got this nice meal.
Just beat him up for money. Oh well, this doesn't look great. Oh, okay, alright, I won't. Got it. Alright, so this is just the evil house where people are evil.
I sure do love crime!
Crime is the best! The moment I stop doing illicit activities is the day I die. So here's a hotel. Isn't this nice? And this lady who just brought her little brother along on a date. Hey, I know it's a hotel for people, but I'm a person. I could stay here. Alright, well, we'll come back later, I guess.
Hotaru's not a person. She's a video game character. We know this now.
We're all video game characters. We're all drawn by that one guy. It counts, it's fine.
Unfortunately, there will not be a point where you get to say time isn't real.
Oh, there's a thief around here, apparently. Well, I guess he got away forever. Alright, so here's the Celadon Game Corner. Or more specifically, the Celadon Game Corner portion where you buy your prizes. Of course, we don't have any coins yet, so we can't buy anything. Here we have items that we can buy with Celadon money. FireRed and Leaf Green both share held items and TMs. Those are both the same items and same prices. However, the Pokemon are different. And as you can see, Porygon's really pricey in this game. In Leaf Green, you have an Abra that's 120 coins, Clefairy, which is 750, a Pinsir instead of a Scyther, which is 2,500 coins, Dratini is 4,600 coins, and in that version, Porygon's only 6,500 coins.
Excuse me?
I mean, granted, like, because Dratini is so much more expensive in that game than it is in this game, it's technically, like, around the same amount of coins. However, the huge problem here is the fact that in order to get a Porygon in this game, you do have to max out your money. And so if you buy a Porygon, you just don't have any Game Corner coins left.
You can catch a Dratini.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Dratini's a lot more expensive, but you don't have to buy it.
Yep. It sucks. I hate the Game Corner so much. Also, for some reason, our tutorial dude is hanging out here.
Like, I'm okay with gambling minigames. I've been playing the Fist of the North Star game that has the, like, gambling minigame. And, like, I get the appeal. And I absolutely, like, played these slots a lot as a kid. But it really does get to be busy work by that point. Especially if it's just like, hey, did you buy FireRed? Fuck you.
Yeah, so my opinion is slots fucking suck and I'm glad they're gone. I'm glad later games just basically got rid of slots.
They should go full Yakuza and just make it an entire casino with like roulette, baccarat, poker, blackjack.
Yeah, at the very least, most other games are tolerable compared to slots. Oh, you can also print images of Pokemon on your Pokemon Trainer card, which is neat. We're just going to have a normal coloration for these. I'll probably do this again later, just, you know, for a different team layout. But if we check our card, if you flip it over, on the bottom we have a Pokemon. It's cute.
And I'm going to guess in the original game that was that hooked up to the Game Boy printer.
Maybe. I don't know, actually.
It feels like a weird thing to just add. It feels like an attempt at recreating something else.
So anyway, here's slots. Some people on the internet say that certain slot machines have better odds than others. I don't think anybody has ever confirmed if that's true, though, so just keep using machines and hope to God you win.
There's no way that's true.
One thing, however, is this game does sometimes cheat. So even if you try like slowing down an emulator or something, the game does determine before you start rolling if you can actually roll 777s. So you will have moments where you almost roll them, but then the third doesn't line up. I wouldn't slow down slots myself because that's boring as hell, and it's already boring, but yeah, that's bad.
So it's like a crane game.
Yep.
Where the crane only closes with enough strength, like once every 30 times or whatever.
Yeah, so I got lucky and the game decided I could win there, so we're gonna see this payout, and then I'm going to skip to after like a week of on and off grinding at the slots. One thing though, FireRed and Leaf Green does actually have a slight difference in like what's on the slots. In Leaf Green, instead of Psyduck, you have, oh shoot, I've completely forgotten the name of the Pokemon, Slowpoke. Instead of Magnemite, you have Voltorb, and instead of Shellder, you have Staryu. It's not a huge deal, but, you know, it's a cute little detail. So anyway, now that I have Porygon, I'm naming it Soylent because it's for tech bros and it sucks and I hate it. I might be bitter.
That name is a really good name, but also Porygon rules.
I know you like it, but I can never not be bitter.
It's not usable in any sense of the word. I've never had a Porygon on my team, but it's great.
Yeah, conceptually it's neat. So, the held items I got are pretty good. They basically just boost certain type attack moves, which is going to be really good for Char, since Char's still a little bit weak. Water's good in general, and I don't have many grass-type moves for Shiitake, but, you know, gonna give it to him anyway. And I also picked up Iron Tail, which is a Steel-type move. Bit rare. Gonna give it to Eevee Mame. Also, here's Eevee's initial moveset. You're never gonna really see it in use. Oh, and what do you know? Thunderbolt's also right there. That's also going to Eevee Mame. So yeah, Eevee Mame is gonna have, like, no time where he's not useful. Honestly, he starts at level 25, which is also pretty good. Just shove that disc into his head.
In some media, don't they imply that they, like, put the disc into the Pokeball?
Maybe? I also made sure to point out that I got Shadow Ball, which may or may not be used later. And so, with that done, let's go back to the hotel, cause we're done for the day. Now, we've explored Celadon, but, if only we had some kind of clue as to where to go next, but there's no secret switch behind a poster, so I have no idea of where we could go.
Time to go back to Pokemon Tower and fight a ghost. Oh, damn it, the Game Boy Advance doesn't have a microphone. God, I'm breaking down. I was going to say... Shut up. I was going to say you can get through Sylph Tower early if you play the Ghostbusters theme. This better not make it into the episode.